Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest in the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today my guest is Scarlett Zelaya, and she is a paralegal, and this episode is part of our National Social Media Awards series where we highlight the best of those that attended and were part of the National Social Media Awards. So Scarlett, welcome to the show.
Hi, Adam. Thank you so much for having me in your show. It means a lot.
All right. Well, excited to get into today's topic and to get into this. So first thing first, let's just start with the National Social Media Awards. So I understand you attended. I was there too. Tell me about your experience for those that couldn't go.
It was really nice. Very couple of different, red carpets, and I was able to talk to a few of them. I was able to stay there for the show. There's a lot of dancing going on. It was really fun.
It was like fashion show, dancing. Was that?
Yeah,
it was like a circus at the end. Did you say at the end there was like a circus? I was like, what the heck's going on here?
It was a little bit of everything. It was really interesting.
Musical
really
performances. Fun. There were a couple of I'm like, wait a minute, this is albums.
Yeah,
I'm like,
a couple of awards as well. Yeah.
That was amazing. So obviously, though, everybody was talking about in the highlights that we're getting into social media, content creation, and just a whole audience full of creators. Really, it was a lot of fun. I can't wait to the next one. So for you, what is content creation like? Tell us a little bit about the content you make and what you do.
I'm a paralegal. I do a lot of immigration cases that I do help a lot of attorneys. So what I try to implement is I try to bring some information on the legal side. Try to bring some information on what people can do, or the waiting time that you're supposed to just kind of wait for the processing times for every single case. So I just try to give them a little bit more information on the content creation that I've been trying to put out there in my platform.
What kind of platform or what kind of distribution channels do you like using? Is it Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the above? I mean, what do you prefer?
Well, when it comes to the legal world, I use a lot of LinkedIn, my profile on that. On my Instagram page, I put a lot of different stuff. So you'll see a little bit of I did a little bit of modeling back in the day. I also attend a lot of events. I like to do a lot of charity events. So I definitely support that. And also I like to talk about a little bit of the immigration stuff.
So one of the reasons I was excited to have you on is because I feel like sometimes people in more traditional industries like legal or accounting, finance, things like this, people have trouble creating content. They're like, well, is somebody going to want to watch this, not watch it? What fuels your creativity in that? What keeps you consistent? What keeps you going? How do you get the ideas?
Well, the ideas of my creations, I go to a lot of charity events. I try to be present for them and try to help them kind of create the content in their shows and in any type of charity event that they're willing to have me attend. So that's what I really try to focus on at the moment, just to try to attend a lot of charity events and try to help them in that way to try to create content for them so we can get a lot of people to come through and help us. That's what my main...
So it sounds like a lot of collaboration, yeah?
Yes, correct.
Wow.
I've met so many wonderful people attending to these events. So it's amazing the people that we can help around just by attending and kind of sharing a little bit of what the charity event is about.
Can you talk a little bit more about this? Because it's not intuitive. Specifically, it's not intuitive for people that are already going to events. And I'll tell you what I mean. And I have this conversation with people all the time. They'll be like, they go to these events, they go to all these other things, and they don't have to have a red carpet. It could be, I don't care. It could be Century, it could be Chamber of Commerce. It could be any event. And I'm like, you're having a problem going, did you go to any events this week? I don't care if it's networking. I don't care if it was with your friends. I don't care. Was there any professional event you went to this week? Whenever anybody tells me this, and they're always going to say usually yes, they went to one thing. And I'm like, did you take a picture? They're like, no. I'm like, well, if you took a picture, guess what? You could have posted that on LinkedIn. It was a business mixer or whatever the thing was, and you could have wrote about your experience. That's a piece of content. Can you please, when I say it, I could say it so I'm blue in the face. Can you say it, Scarlett, how you do that?
Well, the thing is, I'm pretty much a host on a few of the charity events. For example, Babes in Toyland. I attend, those happen throughout the whole year. So I attend those events. We help the troops collect different things for us to send it to them. We also do the one for Christmas. The one for Christmas, we help collect a lot of toys for the kids. So that is pretty much what I do. So I just attend the charity events and try to promote them with my social media account.
But it doesn't have to be complicated, right? That's the thing.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
I love it.
Not. Yeah, that's what I use my social media account for, just to attend a lot of events, not only also charity, but also attorney paralegal events, to try to network with them.
And so taking it a step further, you mentioned sometimes you'll do a little bit more technical content on LinkedIn or something like that. Tell me about that, that kind of stuff. If you're doing a post that's maybe doing a little bit of education.
For example, the staying organized on your daily routine. I tend to use a calendar and a to-do list for everything that I do in my daily routine.
I was on your calendar and your to-do today, right? Or which one was I on?
Definitely, yes. Definitely was. Your call. Your call was definitely in my calendar today. And I have sticky notes everywhere to try to make sure I don't forget. I have reminders on my Alexa. I have reminders on my phone. I have little sticky notes that I can put all over my computer so I don't forget the things that I need to do. So I tend to forget sometimes, Definitely follow a routine, in the mornings, try to make my bed, try to drink water. So I try to make sure I'm positive, even with my own friends. I tell them don't forget to drink water. Make sure you make your bed every day. At least spend 5 to 10 minutes reviewing your calendar or your schedule in the morning so you see how your day is going to go about.
Yeah, that's great. Are you a wearable?
Distractions.
Are you a wearable person? Do you do the Auras or the Fitbits or that kind of thing?
I do have a Fitbit, actually. Yeah.
Oh, don't get me off on that one because wait a minute. They just did that whole Google Health thing. I've been at war on Twitter on this one. When they changed the app on us, what was that about? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, seriously.
How are you feeling about that one? A quick diversion.
It's quite complicated, to try to get used to something new, but it's not impossible,
Oh, I like your attitude.
Yeah.
I wish I would have listened to you. I wish I would have talked to you and did this interview before I threw mine out. I did. I was so mad. I was mad. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, and it's like when you change your phone, if you have an iPhone or you have a Samsung, it's always updates. It's always upgrading. It's always trying to implement new things into your routine and to see if you can adapt.
And this is why you're good at your work. This is why, right here. I love it. This is good. You solve problems, right?
I think I'm definitely a problem solver. Yes.
Yeah. I thought so.
A clear space equals a clear mind. So if you have a clear space around you with the calendar and the routines, I feel like you have a clear space and a clear mind on how to go about your day and try to solve these problems.
Amazing. Scarlett, this has been a lot of fun having you on the show today, getting to know more about your background, your thoughts on content creation, and of course, you attended the National Social Media Awards. For everybody, we're probably going to be doing some promo from next year, so we'll bring on some more guests, some more people, and have some fun. I'd like to see everybody come out next time around as well. Scarlett, if somebody wants to follow up and if they want to connect and they want to follow you on social or otherwise, how do they do that? How do they connect?
Well, you can follow me on Instagram at SweetMichi00. I also have my paralegal page, which is USA Paralegals. You can find me on those two, and I'll be happy to start posting a lot more new content soon, so stay tuned.
Amazing. For everybody listening, just so you know, we'll definitely put some links in the show notes, so you can just click on the links and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. You heard me correct. Each and every day we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So hit that subscribe or follow. And Scarlett, thanks again for coming on.
Thank you so much, Adam. Appreciate it.